Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of the First Descendant, running on PC. Glaze rework is like all of her other modules. So she's gonna gain more health. I think her damage on her other number 4s for her other modules is also going to be increased. So just overall, like, this won't be the only module that's practical to use. Predator Instinct, like all her other ones, are going to be buffed up. Neo 3 early access got for you. Okay, that means I probably have to wait a couple hours. I mean, I'll be in bed by the time that that activates for me. That's okay. I have something to look forward to tomorrow. I just hope they do something about her movement speed, because she is a really slow descendant. I mean, based on what they said they're doing with Glay, she actually might be as strong as Ajax right now. Like, the number of buffs they're giving her, it might turn out that she's going to be like the number 1, or she'll be like the number 2 or the number 3 descendant. I don't think anybody's going to beat Serena anytime soon, but she might take over Ajax's place. As the number 2. At least that's kind of how it's sounding. Gotta be rough on Daya, you know. It's like, Mom's hotter than me and she's stronger than me. What the hell? I mean, we'll see on Daya. I mean, she won't be a bad descendant. She just may not be like the top tier descendant, but she has a... looks like she's fun. Like a little variation on Harris. Again, I find it hilarious that they screwed over Kyle. It's like so few people play him. And it just doesn't seem like it's going to work out for him. I was like, what did Kyle do? Huh. I mean, he can play the drums pretty good. I think he's the one that plays the drums. I don't know, I had to go back and look at Luna's story. Yeah, the alpha code's cool. I mean, it was always a good look. I mean, it's the kind of code I would actually buy in real life. Looks warm. Looks cozy. Are you serious? Man, guy had my number. I keep forgetting to give her... Where is it? This thing. Yeah, the exterminator. I mean, you know, I'm fine with Serena being like the top tier descendant. She's kind of hard to play, so you get some reward for having to deal with her flying all around. I just wish they'd consider reworking Luna's Battlefield Artist. Like, I really like that mod, but it's really not as good as all the other ones, as her other mods. Oh, okay. I see I must rebuild this. This is not as strong as I would like it to be. I mean, overall, all the new costumes they're all winners. I am likely to buy all of what they were showing. And it looks like Freyna is going to completely dominate that new dungeon. I forget, it's whatever the Legion is that's weak to toxic. so she's pretty much going to own that that new dungeon, and I think all the best clear times will be with Freyna. Which, you know, I guess I need to maybe work on my Freyna then. It's been a while since I played her. Picking on me, man. Not very nice. I am glad they're making Blaze's unique weapon better, because as is right now, all the guns are better, you know, than her unique weapon. So her unique weapon will finally be good. Venom injection. I think that's the one that I built last time I played her. But obviously, I mean, I'll have to make some adjustments since, you know, it's been so long. I think the last time I played Freyna, there wasn't even arcade tuning. I mean, there certainly weren't ancestor modules last time I played her. You're disappointed in Daya. Yeah, like I said, she's a rework of Kyle, who's a, you know, who's just like Harris. I mean, I don't know. Looks like she has some interesting things here and there. I mean, I don't think I would main her. Like, she's not gonna pull me away from Luna. I mean, if anything, I think this rework of Glay is going to be the more impressive thing. But we'll see. I mean, we may have fun with her. Well, yeah, we like Harris, so we may just really be into Daya. Yeah, Valby. I do like Valby. But I am pretty partial to oh jeez. I I'm only partial to Luna because she has she has such interesting abilities. Honestly, I was really surprised she's a chill descendant. I didn't think they would have another chill descendant. I thought for sure she'd be non-attribute or toxic. Like, this game's really representing the chill, the chill attribute, especially for the ladies, you know. Although I will say, I mean, like, the chill attribute characters, I mean, they're like some of the strongest characters. I mean, you got Haley, Viessa. I believe she's tech. I think she's tech singular. I mean, you likely have like an available reactor for her already. Might need to like upgrade one of the options and maybe upgrade in a reactor, but you probably already have one. I don't know, we'll have to double check the little fact sheet. I know like one of her abilities is singular. But I want to say it's tech. I mean, I don't know. Might end up being dimension. You know, one of the ones that's harder to get a good roll off of. What the hell am I being hit by? What the heck? Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to work for you then. Crit tech cooldown. Because she's a crit descendant for sure. I wish they would add I wish they would add the ability to delete from your storage, like instead of having to take it from your storage and put it on your person to delete something. It's kind of a weird restriction. Because like I know there's some stuff in storage which I should probably delete, but I like don't want to bother. Oh, you've been fighting her with Grim Reaper. Yeah, I mean she's generally a good descendant, just overall. But if you have a good build, a good weapon build, then just the infinite ammo is pretty nice. It's also nice that they, the rework is going to include reworking all her other modules. Basically the ones. This is just the one that everybody uses, but we'll have a lot more variety. Yeah, I really got to rebuild this. This is not doing as much damage as I would like. Okay, do your little thing. I guess we should try to fight the boss a little bit more before they do the new boss. Serena with Undercage. I know, I just hate flying around with Serena. I just don't like that gameplay. Even though she's like the best character. Yeah, Bunny's actually kind of... I mean, she's really strong against Grim Reaper, but she is a little hard to play. Or at least for me, she is. Just keeping my aiming steady. Yeah, I mean... If you don't like Bunny, there is Ajax. If you don't want to fly around. Pretty much everybody's playing him. I mean, he's the second best character. I guess you could argue maybe his numbers are a little bit better, but I don't know. He has to stay on the ground, and there is quite an advantage of First Arena flying around and avoiding a lot of damage. I'm just trying to level up her modules so that when we do start messing around with her other Transcendent mods, I'll have a lot of these available. I guess Blood and Iron is going to be a really good one. So we'll see. I might actually have to put some catalyst into Hammer and Anvil too. I haven't used that gun since it first came out. Yeah, I'm sure that was an accident to have Ajax be the second best character. Yeah, honestly, my hands just get sore playing Serena. You know, I'm just playing on a controller, so it's like, my hands are tired. I don't want to play her anymore. I just don't want to dash every couple seconds. You only fly in boss fights. I mean, she just does so much more damage in the air, though. Even if you just jump up and just like hover slightly and dash forward, I mean, that's still pretty effective. To be honest with you, I kind of forgot what Blaze number 2 does, since I can never use it. Well, you know, I mean, thankfully a lot of the other Descendants are viable, you know, even though she's number 1. I mean, really, there's only like maybe 2 Descendants that like really, really struggle with the game. But almost everybody else you can play. And you can clear dungeons and intercept battles. I mean, especially if you only play single player, if you don't play any public games. I mean, even Jaybird can clear, you know, plenty of dungeons if you're just playing by yourself, yeah. The harder part is when you're playing in public, then you've really got to make good choices. Because, you know, you don't have like good control over the enemies. Like if I'm playing Battlefield Artist with Luna and I'm just playing alone, then like I basically never die, even though I don't get fast clear times, because I can just control where all the enemies are with fan service. But as soon as I'm in a group of people, with everybody having, you know, random shots going everywhere, then like fan service is not quite as useful. Especially if there are other characters that have the tow ability. Yeah, so the public games are, I mean, it's a much different game to play if you're playing public games versus like you know, private groups where the difficulty is, you know, quite a bit lower, or a single player where I mean, I wouldn't say it's even difficult in single player. Certainly not with a good build. Maybe when you first start off, it's pretty difficult. But, you know, as soon as you build a couple weapons, or, you know, pick a Descendant that has a really good skill set, then I mean, the game is not really about being super challenging. It's not really the focus. I mean, when it was the focus, like with the original Void Erosion Purge, I mean, people absolutely hated how hard it was. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I do get why they make it a little easier. You know, make the games basically 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know. I mean, I'm on board for the long term. I keep playing as long as the game is available. I just have a ton of fun with it, and you know, you don't have to spend like a lot of time grinding with like unlike the other looter shooters. They're pretty generous, giving you experience and letting you earn you know, earn resources. Like, at this point in time, I don't really even feel it's a grindy game. If you just play every day, play for like an hour or two, you can get everything that you want in, you know, relatively short order. Yeah, I mean, I guess this game has like a more casual audience, and so the hard content, you know, it just kind of grew into that game. Like, of course, you know, we want like 1200% difficulty, but I think they know that it's a very, very small portion of the actual player base that would want something that hard. I mean, over and over again, they make something hard, and just like, I mean, people just hate it, you know. And they don't get over it either. I mean, even when they, you know, kind of buffed up some characters and made the Void Erosion Purge a little easier, they're still mad at the fact that it was so hard in the first place. It's like, guys, come on, get over it. Yeah. Now you have a character. Now you have characters that can, you know, easily get through that. You just got to build them. I mean, maybe people don't like building characters. I mean, I don't know. Once they started playing with Inez, you know, they didn't want to change their character ever. It's like, I don't know, I like the variety. Yeah, I mean, I like that they're, you know, a little bit different here and there. Some characters are very different. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what kind of stats they have on the on their end to show how good and bad people are. Because there are definitely nights when we play that, you know, I can definitely tell that there are some new players in the mix, right? Because this is like, okay, well, these guys must be new because they're just doing terribly. Well, it's funny when Inez was queen. I mean, the game really was too easy. But then they started making the game harder, and they didn't make her any better. But yeah, I'm not really in favor of any nerfing. Especially in a game that's co-op. I mean, it's not like there's PvP in this game. I mean, you do have to have the game a certain difficulty in order to keep people playing. I mean, the game lives or dies by its player base, and you know, if they're willing to pay for DLC. But if they're not playing, period, then you know they're obviously not paying for DLC. But yeah, see, that's another one of those things where there's like a small number of people out there complaining about Inez. You know, how her lightning went through walls, and how she was like killing all the enemies and all the content. Nobody had anything else to do, and then they did something about it, and it's just like, well, I really wish you wouldn't listen to those whiners.
계승자, 작전 지역 도착 확인. 조심해서 진행하십시오.
I mean, gamers like to whine. Sometimes we like to whine and complain, but we don't want you to change anything. It's real hard to tell, you know, when we actually want you to change something. and when it's like a legitimate complaint. But I don't think most gamers actually even know. You know, when they really want something or when they want something nerfed. They don't know until you do it, and then it's like, oh no, I don't like that. Even though I've been complaining for 4 months about it. It's just like all the trolls in the, you know, in the dev live chat. It's like, dude, whatever you want to do, I would not even play the game based on what you want. I don't know, somebody was screaming in the chat, it's like, let's do 4x4 PvP. I'm like, dude, get out of here. You might be the only person that wants that. I hate it when I don't do it in the right order.
임무 종료. 수송기를 그쪽으로 보내겠다. 어서 귀환해.
Yeah, I don't think you can nerf like a fan favorite. Like when they nerfed Jaber, right? They gave Jaber you know, a good little boost, and then they nerfed him by increasing some of his cooldown times. Like nobody was leaving the game over nerfing Jaber. You know, they reworked Enzo, and it's like, you know, nobody's gonna leave because Enzo was their favorite. But you know, if you have a favorite character, I mean, you really just can't nerf everybody's favorite. Like, there's some people that are going to be a little upset over, you know, Kyle's nerf of his number 4, but they're giving you more damage on his number 1 and his number 3. But nobody's going to leave TFD because Kyle is not putting up high numbers. You know, it's just not even going to happen. Not even going to move the needle. But you know, if you start nerfing Freyna or you start nerfing Haley, I mean, that's going to be concerning.
새로운 연구라면 나도 환영이지.
Man, nobody's maining Jaber. Get out of here. I think some people play him just because they're curious about it. But like, if somebody's like playing Jaber every day, I would kind of wonder about them. And I'm a, you know, Battlefield artist Luna main, right? You know, I know what it's like to have a character that's maybe not so great, and play her every day. You know, I play Gun Luna, knowing that she's not the top tier. Well, I think now that Ajax is so good, I think people might be mad if you nerfed Ajax at this point. I don't know if they would leave the game. Like maybe a tiny number of people would leave the game, but then they just go back to playing Serena. You know? Like I think we love Ajax's damage, but you know we don't care if it's Ajax. Yeah, I really like Haley. I especially like what they did with Haley's her new modules. Those were really good decisions.
여기는 하운드 액추얼. 모든 인원에게 전달한다. 보이드 폭풍 심화로 작전 환경이 좋지 않다. 주의해서 움직여서.
I mean Luna because she's the musician. You know, I mean she's the singer, and you know of course I'm going to support the music character. But as far as like body type, I mean, it's Haley all the way. Well, Blue would like more Valby. Although lately they have been giving Valby some better costumes, you know, some better outfits.
광역 적용화 폭탄 투하 완료. 보이드 에너지 정화 작전 개시. 계승자 아르케로 뇌관을 점화시켜 원격 기폭 장치를 가동하세요.
Actually, in the dev live, I mean, the outfits were really good for Valby. Actually, there weren't really any bummer outfits this time around. Unless you know, just like didn't like the cowboy outfits. But that's just not liking the style versus them being bad. Yeah, I started playing TFT when they entered more heavily. Like, I did play on day one, but then I played a lot more heavily once they got Haley. Then after Haley came out, I started playing pretty consistently. But then they sort of ignored Haley, and she wasn't like the boss killer anymore, so I had to switch characters.
하운드 액추얼 사령부로 전송. 임무 완료했다. 수송기 지원을 부탁한다.
And then it was just kind of fun to play Luna, even though she wasn't the best character. It was fun just buffing people and then doing noise surge and just, you know, having fun time mobbing with her. Oh yeah, I mean, Haley's top tier now. I mean, she's in the top 5 pretty easily. But for a while, I mean, she was maybe in the bottom 2. I mean, nobody wanted to play Haley before they did the rework. Yeah, Luna's good. She has good clear time. She has good power. Not the Luna I play. but the Luna everybody else plays is, I mean, she's just a good overall character. She's a little weaker on the mobbing. Like, the enemy can overwhelm her. Especially on the higher end mobs. But, you know, she can still manage. Actually, I kind of miss Luna's music. I do have to play her at least once a day. Oh, these are the ones? Oh, okay. I mean, you know, you do see me playing like the other characters, even some of the more oddball ones. But I do eventually come back to Luna. Oh, somebody doing the racing? What's going on there? I tell you, even though the Thunder Cage effects pretty much decimated the screen, you know, it just made everything just super duper blurry. I do miss that effect. Like, I wish they still had the frame rate killing effect.
균열체 반응 확인. 해당 위치로 접근 중. 정구역 내부에 균열체 군집이 포착됐습니다.
Oh, the Abyss boss is the Lava Citadel.
주요 전술 목표 확인. 수색 성렬을 요청합니다.
So, not really a new boss. Just they're just repeating that one, so people can earn the weird ass costume. So basically, any of the Chill Descendants are going to completely dominate that boss. Which makes sense. I mean, you know, Die as a Chill Descendant.
실량이 늘어나고 있습니다. 균열의 발전
So they want to show her off.
균열체 반응 확인. 해당 위치로 접근 중.
Yeah, I imagine Haley and VS are just going to easily sweep that boss. Even though they are doing some adjustments to his difficulty. I mean, VS and Haley are just already so strong.
작전 구역 내부에 균열체 군집이 포착됐습니다.
Although that definitely wasn't always the case with Fiesta. I mean, for a long time, she really sucked. It seems like the only time they really messed up the reworks is with Enzo and Jaber. I mean, that last rework was, you know, I mean, it's not really met with a very good reception. But all their other reworks have been really good. I guess they can't bring themselves to want to make one of the guys better. Except for Ajax, for whatever reason.
투척 요청합니다.
I mean, yeah, I only played Enzo for like 2 days. It was just like, man, this guy is not worth it. That's such an oddball one too, for them to mess up Enzo so much, or not mess him up, but just make it so incredibly difficult for him to get his maximum damage. And then to have his duration be so short, like you're just constantly switching weapons. Just for like the tiniest window of good damage. You know, all the while in the meantime, you're just struggling. And then Jaber was promising, you know, giving him another turret, and then just buffing up his overall damage, doing more for his explosive build. But it's Jaber, you know. I mean, he's just got such a weird kit. Everybody else has their skill set shooting forward, shooting ahead, and all his stuff is like stationary, and is stuff that you shoot behind you. So it's like, oh, well, you know, it's kind of hard to be into him. Oh, my graphic settings? Well, I am playing on PC. And I'm not using ray tracing, so yeah. As soon as I turn that on, then it won't be so smooth. Yeah, and then I'm just using DLSS. You know, since I have an NVIDIA card, I'm just using DLSS balanced. And then I basically have the high preset, except for visibility. I have that on ultra. So yeah, nothing that fancy. Between high and ultra, it's really, really hard for me to tell the quality difference, and even harder from ultra to cinematic. So I think high is really good detail. Then you're just kind of like nitpicking when you get into ultra and cinematic, because then it's like, well, you know, the shadows are a little smoother. And it's like, well, you know, I'm not looking at shadows when I'm playing this game. Alright, we'll end with the belt. This is meowmurai. You've been watching the First Descendant running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream. I'm tired. Sorry, I can't play anymore. But ready to fall asleep.